The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
To Steve, we say hello to Ray Lowe. He's the owner of HiWire Honeybees. And what's buzzing?
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. So are the bees asleep this time of year, or what's your deal?
Yeah, mostly asleep. They keep themselves just conscious enough to flex their wing muscles and create heat.
I see.
And that's how they keep themselves warm for the winter.
That's very similar to Steve's pattern.
Yeah. I was going to say it's like the Labrador at home, you know.
Yeah.
Is he asleep? He's moving a little bit.
Just alive
How
enough.
many of them forget to do that and don't make it through the winter?
Well, the ones on the outside of the cluster tend to be the first ones to go. They do circulate through the cluster, so that's a minimal amount. But you lose a fair amount of I would say the majority of each cluster.
Oh, really?
Lose over the winter.
So it matters what seat on the bus they have if they survive it. Do they hey, excuse me, can I get to the center? So the closer to the middle, they're more likely to survive?
That's the queen.
Yeah, the queen stays.
Does she always survive?
No, but that's the goal. If nobody else survives, the queen has to survive. Without her, the colony does not pick up and start producing again in the spring. There is no cluster. There is no colony.
So tell us about HiWire and your journey. What made you get into this business?
It was never on my radar. I worked in a landscaping business for 35 years.
No kidding.
And we had a gentleman that worked with us from Guatemala that he was a beekeeper in Guatemala. I kept telling him, I said, it sounds like a terrible way to make a living. And over the years, I got thinking more about it. And when I talked to my wife about it, of course, I said, I think I'd like to do this. And she said, how many hives are you going to have? And I said, just 2. She goes, no, you never do anything part way. She goes, it's going to be more than 2. I said, no, just 2. And now
How many hives do you have?
About 170.
Yeah.
That was about 20 years ago.
Oh my goodness!
You're a regular hive Harry.
Yeah, and are they all the same kind of honeybee? Just
no.
different.
We thrive on variation. Sometimes certain strains hold up better in the cold weather. Certain strains do better under
Different
parasite problems.
Okay.
Different problems, different bees. So we hope one of them makes it, one type averages out doing better over the winter.
So do you order your bees from out of town? Is that
Nope. We breed all of our own.
Okay.
And they will mate with, the new queens will mate with whatever's in the neighborhood. So we get a huge variation. Not all, 50% we know comes from our bees, the genetics. The other 50% comes from whoever's in town.
So the whole ordering a queen bee online, it's a thing, because I had a friend who's like, I ordered a bee. I'm like, you ordered a bee?
Yeah.
Because he's got a little private thing he does in his yard thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of what you thought your wife was.
We do buy queens from time to time to change things up. Different beekeepers are known for different qualities, so we do try to get into those.
So YouTube listeners will see I'm holding some honey here, and it's a beautiful color. Looks like kind of like a Yingling, Tom, color of the beer.
Yeah, I guess it does.
There's different color to the different honeys, right?
Oh, yes.
So
yes.
What have I got? What am I holding? What is
That's
this?
kind of a mid-season, not especially dark, kind of an average color. Spring honey can be almost clear like water.
Really?
And fall honey, some fall honeys can be black, like black as motor oil.
Okay, but that affects the taste, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Buckwheat honey is going to have a flavor more like molasses. So it's not what you expect when you talk about honey. basswood and like a summer wildflower would be more lemony, more what you expect when you're looking for honey.
Yeah.
Have you dived deep into the health benefits of honey? Do you know enough to speak to that?
A little bit. I have a lot of regular customers that insist on the more local, the better.
I have heard that.
Yeah. The honey will include pollen from the local strains of plants compared to Florida, Arizona.
Right.
Yeah. We'll do different.
And by keeping that pollen in your system year round, it's not affected as much by there's a lot of controversy about that.
My doctor friends tell me to eat raw honey as opposed to
Yes.
tell me the difference between raw honey and whatever the other
All
is.
of our honey is raw.
Okay.
It stays below 104 degrees. At 104 degrees, some of the natural enzymes start to break down.
I see.
So we keep it below 104.
So why would anybody put it above 104 degrees?
By putting it, honey will naturally crystallize. You've all bought honey and put it in the cupboard, and you come back later and you look at it and it's solid.
Yeah,
That's natural. And that's not a bad thing.
Right.
Some of my customers prefer it crystallized, but the public in general wants honey to look like honey.
Yeah.
And if we overheat it, it will never crystallize.
So that's burning off some of the inherent natural goodness, if you will. Yeah.
Do you ever cook with honey, Tom?
Well, yes, and then I also every day I have my pasture raised eggs and I drizzle honey on the top.
Do you really?
Yeah. I scramble my eggs and put the honey on top.
Oh wow! And you that's
get raw
interesting.
honey, yeah, raw
Yeah, but
honey.
I always wondered, like when you cook, a tablespoon of sugar is how much honey you're. Because when we have honey, I always think, wow, that would be great and it'd be natural. But I don't know how to.
There is a coordination there. You can, I think it's about 3/4 as much honey, and then you have to reduce your liquid in the recipe also.
Okay. But
But it's very close to.
Right. So this time of year, you got nothing to do, right, other than sell honey for Christmas?
Yeah, well, we are real busy doing that, but we're cleaning up equipment, getting ready for spring. We'll also be checking on the hives, treating for parasites, and also making sure they have enough food over the winter. In case they run low on honey, we'll always add sugar.
What kind of food? Hey, Steve, why don't you grab his mic and pull it over toward his mouth?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. What do you feed a bee? What do bees eat?
Bee food.
White sugar.
Really?
Yeah,
Cane sugar.
We do not put it. A lot of times people misunderstand and think we're adding sugar to the honey. That's not how it works.
Okay.
During the winter, the bees aren't making honey. They're just trying to stay alive.
I gotcha.
So we'll just use. I buy usually around 1,000 pounds of sugar in the fall.
No kidding.
And we add it to the top of every hive. The bees move up in the hive as the winter goes on, and when they get to the top, if they're out of food, there's sugar there for
Real
them.
quick, why couldn't you just put them out in the basement so they don't freeze? Would they?
You know what? That's you're not the first one to mention it.
Okay.
In the old days, that's what they used to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they don't do that now because.
Does it screw up their cycle, or?
Yeah, a little bit. Above 50, they want to fly.
I see.
Okay.
So you run that risk of them flying around in your house.
Okay. All right. So, HiWire Honeybees, you can find it on Facebook, right?
Yes,
So we
absolutely.
can find it, or can they call you, or do you want
You
to
can always call me. Yeah.
Okay. Is that the 395-8473?
Yes, it is. Yes.
395-8473.
You can text me. You can call me.
Get some great local made honey, and we appreciate you joining us today.
Well, thanks for having me.